Hi Chuck, I'm here at 1069 Larch Avenue in Moraga. 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,420 square feet, listed at 1.25. Still no pictures, but we'll capture everything on the video here. I'm going to do actually one video for this one. It's a smaller property, so rather than two separate videos, just combine one inside and outside. One thing to note just right off the bat, Larch Avenue is a busier street. It's a main artery, so there will be a good amount of traffic that comes through here. You can take a look at this for yourself on the map. There is no pass-through, so it's really just people that live here in the Larch neighborhood. But we're at the front entrance of the Larch neighborhood, so there will be, cars coming through here. It's a little bit larger of a neighborhood than Campo Lindo, for instance. So anyhow, just wanted to call that out. So here in the front, it does appear, you can see this front walkway. They do have underground drains. That's what I wanted to kind of talk through first. So that's good. And I don't know how recent it is, but there's clearly some separation here in the front. You can feel it inside, and I'll point that out once we get inside. But you can see the separation here. So they probably had a previous history of not good drainage here, even though they have this overhang. But it's also because this is, it's where, it's not on we're not on a hillside. But you can see gravity is pulling us towards the street. It's a pretty steep driveway here. That's probably what was going on there, just the steepness of the driveway. So underground drain there too. You can see there's a history of this. You can see the gap from this side. All right, so when we go inside here into the front entry room, you can feel it. And right here, there's definitely, everything is leaning towards this way. So there is sloping in the floors here in the front living room. You can see this can just be taken care of weather stripping, but you can see daylight, so the insulation is not great there, but you can correct that. You can see over here is what I'm talking about, the slopeness. You can see the separation between the floor and the baseboards. Okay, so sloping this way. So here we are, front entry. It's 1,420 square feet. So it is an efficient floor plan, but it does feel, it is one of the smaller ones that we've seen or shot videos for. So front living room here, good light coming through. Let me just verify direction. So we are facing south, which is why there's good light coming through right now in terms of this front room. Okay, so here's the dining area, smaller. So there is actually a defined dining room just by way of the chandelier. So more kind of separation you can see still from the baseboards to the floor. So we'll move on along to the kitchen here. So kitchen, so a good amount of countertop space, but again, you have your electric stovetop here with the microwave on top. Hopefully there's a good vent underneath. These aren't the best. They go through though, so that's good. You can see the vent. At least it passes through the microwave and then goes through the top. But I know you mentioned just cooking in general and just making sure there's good ventilation. So at least this kitchen, it is somewhat open. It goes out to this front family room, and that's the thing. For this house to have 1420, I say efficient floor plan, it's actually surprising that they have two living areas, one in the front, the living room, and then here's a family room. But you'll see the rooms are very small. Okay, so kitchen, and then real quick, the garage. So laundry is out here in the garage. They put skylights in the garage, which actually isn't very common. Most people like to put them in the house, but I think they probably put them here because of this laundry, just to see it better. But this will be, because of that, you can easily take that down, but it might, depending on the car, You should be able to get 2 cars in here, but if it's if you have a longer car, you just have to remove this section. Okay, no significant cracking in the garage though. Again, we have the steep driveway on the other side, but that's good to see. And that door leads out to the outside. All right, so back in the house. So family room, I've already discussed. It's actually, got 2 living spaces. And then here we are on the other side, leading to the front door, so I'll back up. All of the rooms here, all 4 of them are on the right-hand side. So again, because there's 2 living spaces, these rooms are going to be small. So room number 1, good light here, facing the south. And you can see a good amount of separation, the baseboards and the floor, but I think in this case I don't feel any sloping, so that might just been by design. There probably was carpet on top, which is reason why there's that gap, and they took the carpet back out. That was popular at one point. People didn't want the hard surface flooring, so they put carpet on top of the original hardwood, so I suspect that was probably the case here. All right, so bedroom number 1, closets. Bedroom number 2, again a small one. So pretty straightforward. And then here we are again to the family room. And then bedroom number 3, another small one. This is darker, so this probably isn't going to get any light. This is probably just good setup as it is as an office. And then bathroom number 1. Probably needs some updating, and also looks like a previous leak history here, or just water damage in general. You can see that there. You can address that. You may want to just actually replace this whole insert in tub at some point, and single sink. So this bathroom is shared between those 3 bedrooms, and then finally the master. So master bedroom, this is the largest room. It's a okay size, and larger than the other rooms, but not that much closet space. So we just have this. Oh, take that back. It's a walk-in. So there's a good amount of space in there. Okay, that doesn't work. The light doesn't work. You can see it's a walk-in closet, and the crawl space is right there. And then finally the master bathroom. So this is the master bathroom. So we have the shower, toilet, and then a single sink. So again, efficient use of space for it being 1420 square feet, and having 2 living spaces, and then the 4 bedrooms. I have not looked at the disclosures. I'm not even sure that they're ready to understand. I know your text indicated you think this is a rental. That disclosure should help us understand that. All right, so backyard. For the most part, relatively flat, which is good. There's a slight slope. Really, they just threw down mulch bark through the entire yard. There's a lot you can do with this because it is flat. Unfortunately, if you did want to have a basketball hoop, you probably have to put in some concrete. Maybe, hate to take down a maple, but I guess you could use this area, but it would kind of be, in the front and center, just more of a focal point of the backyard. But this could be an area to use here, and then excavate and get rid of this retaining wall here, flatten it out a bit, and you could have your basketball hoop here. I am just going to quickly look up the lot size, which is 0.2 acres, so 8,500 square feet. Actually feels a little bit larger than that, and I think a lot of that maybe is just because it's just mulch here on the ground. Okay, So we'll walk on to the other side. Not much to comment on in the backyard. You know, you've got a little bit of hill there, so at least creates more privacy from that neighbor. And then you are lower than that neighbor too, so a little bit more privacy. And then clearly on that side, you can see the trellis on top of the fence creates a little bit more coverage. So you do have a good amount of privacy for this property. And this, even though there's there's some sloping in the front, I didn't feel it anywhere else. You can see there's underground drains for all of them, which is good. Question is, how long ago did they do that? Because the settlement, whatever settlement has already occurred. You can see some cracking at the foundation base right there. Okay, and then we have a shed, and then here's your air conditioner. And then I'll just go ahead and go back out to the front. Yeah, good amount of land. So same thing, just a lot of mulch here in the front, and fairly low maintenance landscaping. And so here's the driveway. Okay. So again, two very different types of homes, Florence and this one. Again, this one will definitely stay within the budget, in your comfort zone, but the question is it enough space? The video just can at least highlight the layout in a good sense for the rooms, but let me know if you want to come see this one. And I shared a text with you for Florence, and I guess I'll just talk about that real quick. So even though it's still available, usually a price reduction, which is recent, will kind of encourage people to come back and look at it, or capture any new buyers that are entering them, their search during this time, which is not going to be that common, but it will create more interest. So there looks like there's a couple parties that have indicated that they will submit. We can only go by what the agent shares, but if you are interested, it may make sense to try to come see it before the weekend. We can talk more about that if necessary. Okay, thanks, Chuck. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.